Welcome, friends. This is going to be an attempt at a let's play of Red Matter. This is my first time trying to do a let's play, so be gentle with me. We'll get through this together. Hi, that's me, and let's get into it. As you can tell, I'm playing on the MetaQuest. This is a Quest 3. The menu screen, and we already have some interesting things to look at. Evidently, we are with the Scientific Intelligence Division. There are some boards here about some crew, some data drives, about the Sri Lanka N3 base. I'm sure these boards will fill in as we play. You can tell there's a door over there. I cannot go there, and we're in some a workstation in some mysterious room. I find it interesting on the monitor that there is a VR headset on the monitor. Is this going to be a meta? The game knows it's a VR game in the game world. Okay. Looks like we have some status screens. But let's get into it and let's start a new campaign, a new game. And we start with a briefing. And we're in some chamber.
Perhaps you're under the impression that the war is over. You would be mistaken. The game has changed, but the match isn't over as long as the pieces are able to move. We may believe we have defeated them, but they're still here, closer than ever before. In our institutions, among us, stripping us of our secrets. Rockets once aimed toward the sky now point farther still, into space. Your code name will be Epsilon. You will travel to Rhea, one of Saturn's moons, to explore an abandoned science facility belonging to our enemies, Volgravia. Your mission: to infiltrate the complex, uncover the secrets of their research, and transmit them to headquarters.
Sounds simple enough.
You will travel under hibernation in a space capsule. We will contact you again once you've reached your destination, Agent Epsilon. Good luck.
And hereth endeth the briefing.
Approaching Rhea lunar orbit. Awakening Agent Epsilon.
Why, thank you. Here we are arriving on Rhea.
Handshaking 3, 2, 1.
Epsilon, do you read me?
Just a moment, something's wrong, sir. We're encountering some problems with the capsule on re-entry.
Of course there's going to be a problem.
Engaging
Red
emergency
lights are
landing
never
protocol.
good.
Hurry!
That doesn't look good. Well, we're here.
Agent Epsilon, do you copy? Epsilon, can you hear me?
Oh, great. And our device is already erroring.
Epsilon made it. Epsilon, if you can hear me, we need to reboot the suit systems. Look at your hand and press the highlighted button.
Okay. Simple start. Rebooting. System loading. Connecting to the Atlantic Union network. Logging in as Epsilon. System is ready.
Wait, I'm getting something from the suit. It's alive. Epsilon made it. Epsilon, looks like your comm system is down. We can't hear you. I'm gonna need you to give us your location.
And
Look for any signs that might help to pinpoint your position. They'll be written in Volgravian, so you're going to need your translator unit. When you find the sign, just point at it and pull the trigger.
okay, warning. Use this tool to scan the sign by pressing the trigger. Yes, this is the game's tutorial
Look for any signs
stage.
that might help to pinpoint your position. They'll be written in Volgravian, so you're going to need your translator unit. When you find the sign, just point at it and pull the trigger.
That looks like a sign there. This should be pretty simple. We'll just point our translator, pull the trigger.
Shit. Looks like the language index isn't working. The translator must have gotten damaged.
Of course.
Alright. I need you to reload the Volgravian basic language data drive so we can translate that sign. You'll probably have to look around for it. It should be close.
Let's see.
To turn faster, move the right stick to either side.
Well, there's our space pod, and that looks like the
Alright. I need you to reload the Volgravian
dictionary.
basic language data drive so we can translate that sign. You'll probably have to look around for it. It should be close.
Locate the data drive and scan it. That looks like it right there. Basic Volgravian.
Alright. The data drive's been uploaded. Now try to scan that sign again for me.
Database updated into memory. The Volgravian database is updated. And a note. This hatch will not
All right,
open
the data drive's been uploaded.
until you scan
Now try
the
to
sign
scan
the
that
first
sign
time.
again for me.
Saying that door hatch will not be open until you scan the sign the first time. So you can't bypass that.
Got it and got you. Looks like you're pretty close to the facility we're looking for.
And then you
Listen, you can cycle through the suit's tools linked to your left hand and select the icon for whatever tool you want.
looks like we're at the Cosmo Bay Strelica facility.
Listen, you can cycle through the suit's tools linked to your left hand and select the icon for whatever tool you want.
A flashlight.
Listen, you can
A
move around out here. You're going to
grabby
need to
claw.
use the thrusters on the suit. Let's see if they're working.
And the right hand's
Use
always
the navigation
equipped with.
system to search for a landing position by moving the stick forward. Once you've found somewhere to land, release it, and the suit's thrusters will do the rest.
Okay, we push forward, and
Use the navigation system to search for a landing position by moving the stick forward. Once you've found somewhere to land, release it, and the suit's thrusters will do the rest.
I said push forward. This grid will appear. I just highlight where I want to go.
Excellent. All systems operating at full power. Now, we need you to find that facility, enter the underground complex, and locate those documents for us. We must have that information sent back to us, Agent. While in the air, you can use the right stick on the suit's thrusters to accelerate or decelerate. Find the speed that you're most comfortable with.
And yes, if you're getting Cold War Soviet vibes, that is intentional. The names have been changed to protect the parties, but Atlantic Union and the Volgravians. I do kind of like how they integrated the your tools for your EVA suit right into. It's natural. You should be holding something because you're holding these tools from your suit. Your right hand always has equipped with a grabber claw, and as he said, your thruster. Of course, you can always use the left stick for smooth locomotion or to walk. Or if you have a sufficiently large room, you can just walk. The left tool is a multi-tool. The button cycle, you can also have this one be a claw. No, it's not redundant. That's so you can grab things with both hands. You have the scanner. Danger, and beware of cliffs, comrade. Or a flashlight. Pressing down on your left thumbstick is you can always check what your current mission objective is. Right now, I'm trying to find the classified documents. My first objective is to enter the base. Before we do that, have a little look around. That must be Saturn, since it says we're on one of Saturn's moons. There's a satellite, there's snow or whatever. There's a... See, this would tell me what this is. Out of range. Take note of that out of range. No information. That's what this sign says. Oh, give me a break. Be proud, Volgravian. You opened the path to the stars from Earth.
Our records indicate this site was abandoned in a hurry. Be careful, Agent.
I think that's another cliff warning. Yeah, I don't want to get too close to that edge. The bottom sign, then. Use caution, outdoor freezing hazard. Hopefully this EVA suit is good against extreme cold. I think I missed a sign on this pillar before we... That might be the same sign, actually. Let's see. Glory to the laborers of Volgravian science and technology. Some crates. A sealed crate of supplies. Ice mining supplies. How close do you want me to be? Okay. Cosmo Base, Strelic N3. Main entry door to the facility. Good to know. I think we've already found the first objective. Let's see what this is. Door control. Use caution while opening. Okay. The power light's lit, or screen for access. Well, first objective was to get inside, so let's do that.
Remember that your scanner can be used not only to translate text, but to analyze objects as well.
Yes, I think we figured that out. Nobody close that door behind us, please.
Good job, Agent Epsilon. We're inside. Remember that you can check your mission status at any time by clicking the left stick.
Also, when you have an update, the Atlantic Union symbol flashes, the info button flashes, and the controller vibrates. Let's see what the update is. I've entered the base, yes. Next step. Access the underground complex, subpart 1. Enter through the airlock. Let's see, that's probably going to be another door control unit. Yes. We don't need to press that. There is a conspicuously empty, a conspicuous open fuse box. The fuse has power. Make sure that the fuse connections match the diagram. Let's take it.
To increase the flashlight, squeeze the trigger. Slowly releasing it lowers it.
Okay. Proud Volgravia. Sealed barrel of terraforming supplies. There's some various crates like you would expect in a warehouse. I told you, don't close the door! What is every... Start with that. Some more supplies. I think those are just general supplies there. Yes, and those are our ice mining supplies.
Now we're going to have to find a way into the underground complex. The information we're looking for should be there.
An ice mine doesn't seem to be too dangerous, or so it's in this locker. Broken fuses. You know, well, why don't you used to throw those out? Broken fuses. Isn't there a spare freezing hazard sign, I guess? Electronic junk. Looks useless. There's a second floor, obviously, and there's a... looks like a scissor lift we can use if we need it. And you know we're going to need it since this is an adventure game. Danger, electric shock risk. Yep. It's a scissor lift. Proud Volgravia. Early test results of a potentially organic indigenous substance. That seems to coincide with being a research facility. A lab report of the presence of pollutants in the ice. Wait, pollutants in the ice means pollutants in the water? Lovely! Ah, a map. Always handy to have. Looks like... Floor map. You're in the warehouse. Well spotted. We do have a legend here, and we can use our scanner to find out what those symbols mean. If I can aim it right, hang on. There we go. You are here. Right there. The warehouse. Yes, we know. The airlock. Okay, that must be what that is. And aren't we supposed to get into the airlock? Okay. Apparently there are two of them. One right there, one right there. Lockers and dressing room. I guess that's where we're heading next. And an elevator. And if I were a guessing man, I would guess that means we are floor 0. There's one floor up, one floor immediately below us, and one floor way down. Okay. Looking over here at these crates. Ah, some more stuff to look at. What this is. Data on ice prospecting in an underground cave below the base. Ice mining, terraforming, nothing that seems, particularly advanced or dangerous so far. That's what this bad boy is. A data drive. Evacuation protocol. Uploading the memory, the database is updated. These are a collectible. You don't actually take them, but you got your first one was your dictionary back in the space pod. This is the second one, and I believe there are 8 of them, I think. You don't have to scan them to finish the game, but there are trophies or achievements related to them. So be sure to at least scan them. Okay, an airlock. Confirm that. Airlock. Let's see.
Someone sabotaged the opening mechanism. It seems they were trying to keep anyone from leaving or entering this place.
Warning. Use both hands to activate the hand wheel. Since it's sabotaged, I'm guessing it's not gonna be that easy, is it? No. Ah, yep, that looks pretty sabotaged, all right to me. This button appears to have been sabotaged. Really? Nikolai Maturin and Olga Krayeva are the only readable names. The rest are crossed out. Airlock emergency override switch. Great. That's what we need, but it's covered over. Electrical supply box. It is red. Red is usually never a good thing. Airlock fuse box. Let's see with the broken fuses there. Okay, let's see what's in the fuse box. Ah, that could be our problem. No fuses. Besides that, that's another way to slow somebody down. There's a fuse diagram here. One looks like we have power, rotation. Make sure both fuses are connected to open the airlock. Well, we know where one fuse is. Of course, I also know when we take it, that's probably going to cut kill power to the door control switch. On one hand, that means it's going to be harder for anybody to follow us. On the other hand, that means if we need emergency backup or we need to get out of here, that's going to hinder that as well. Let's see. Let's test that theory. Power to the fuse box, power to the switch. That power went out, that power went out, as expected. We'll just put you. Hopefully this is a compatible fuse. But we'll find out soon enough. Oh, we got one fuse and we got a happy... Is that a green or blue light? Well, it's happy, but we need another one. There were fuses over in this locker, but they were all broken, it said. Where might we get another fuse? Nick another fuse from? Aha! That looks like a fuse box. That looks like a gantry crane, and that looks like a scissor lift. I'm sure you can see where this is going. Let's see, is this low enough to get onto? No, but through the magical power of thrusting. Save me a step. I do like the haptics. The lift vibrates while you're using it. That That doesn't look normal. There's our communications dish. Ah. Interestingly, when I got off the lift, that gravity reasserted itself. I'm sure that's nothing. There's nothing at all strange about this base. Nah. It's gonna be an easy peasy mission. A chess king. I've heard of worker art, but a chess king? Note the subtle in the display. Looks a little bit weird in the corners, and this is a graffiti of a red king chess piece. It has been painted with an unidentified substance. And yes, there are, I believe, 3 of these chess kings throughout the game. You do get achievements for scanning them. Yes, I missed this one the first time. I'm like, okay, a chess king, nothing to see here, and moved on. Ice supplies, general supplies, ice supplies. Ah, and controls and barrels with terraforming supplies. Okay. There's the control console for the gantry lift. So what sort of warning it has about it. The access ladder is damaged, so you'll have to jump onto the gantry directly, Comrade Stas. I thought it was Epsilon. Why is it referring to me as Comrade Stas? Oh, maybe Stas is signing this. Jump onto the gantry directly. And yes, I could use the thruster to do that. But it's more realistic since the ladder may be damaged, but the console's still here. The console has power. One thing I do have issue with is the pictograms. The crane control panel. Clearly, those are two position levers, or 2 direction levers, up, down. And I can get that the one on the left looks like it may control the crane underneath. And the one on the right should be directional, but it only has 2 directions. What you'll find out is that panel diagram is wrong. This one, I believe, is your left-right motion, and this one is your forward-back motion. The upshot of that is to get that over diagonally here, we can just do both operations at the same time. Still not level. Okay, maybe we do need to do a little jumpy jump. There we go. Don't tell OSHA I did that. There are some safety runs on 3 sides of it at least. And using this console, head on over to this fuse box. Hopefully it's actually got a fuse in it after all this work. And yes, this vibrates as well. But that's going to be another warning about electrical shock. If I had to make a guess. The lighting fuse box. Okay, that's just a lighting fuse box. Get ready for it to get dark. At least I do have a flashlight. It's for the greater good. Here goes the lights. Well, at least it's still bright enough outside. And there are two ways to get back down. I could use these controls, go back over there, walk around the hallway, get on the scissor lift, go down, go back to the door. You might think I could just, go straight across to the scissor lift, but then the two, if you don't park the gantry right, the scissor lift won't go down because the two things are interfering. But even though I'm trying not to use the thrusters inside, because I prefer to walk around. Besides, you miss things when you just thrust around. But pardon me for this naughty pleasure. Totally OSHA safe jump. And don't worry, as you may have noticed, there are control consoles if I actually needed those again. Let's put in the second fuse and see what happens. Saving game, that's good. Yes, the game auto saves. You cannot save on your own manually. You have to use the auto save. Close this, just, for added realism. You can't autosave, to my knowledge. You cannot, the game autosaves, you can't manually save, and to my knowledge, there are no ways to die or do something that gets you hopelessly stuck in an unwinnable situation. So that's a nice modern adventure game mechanic. Well, this big switch should throw the override on. We got power up there from the fuse box to the switch. We got power from the switch. That means we may have better luck with this time. And again, it does say I need two hands, and yes, it won't. You do need two hands. It won't. Follow the arrows. And the airlock. Looks pleasant enough. I see is that another sabotage switch? I bet we're going to have to fix something again, aren't we? Sorry, I didn't mean to thrust in here, but we got another. Let's look around this space. We got a new space to explore. No kidding. Airlock rotational manual override switch. Currently has no power. There's a couple of windows, a locked door on that side. There's anything about that? In case you couldn't figure it out, your analysis tool can do it for you. Step 1, unlock the cover. Step 2, remove the cover. Step 3, remove the security clamps. Step 4, turn the hand wheel. Remove the cover. The handle is sort of recessed. We're going to have to solve another puzzle first. That looks like a door close button. We're probably going to need to press that, but before we fiddle around with stuff we don't understand. Game. Our analysis tool's already on the fritz. What a great start. Okay, we have power to that box. We don't have power there. And you may be going, okay, let's follow the power. There's another instructional chart. Ensure door is closed. Okay. Turn power on. Pressurize. Rotate. That might be a problem. And you can sort of, even if you can't read Volgravian, you can sort of follow the icons. There's a door control switch. There's the door, step 1, step 2, the power, step 3, the pressure, step 4, the wheel behind me. So let's follow these in order. It says step 1, close the door. Door is closed. Hissing noise. That's probably a good thing for an airlock. Let's turn the power on. Full power. Let's pressurize. The power's on, the panel's on. The pressure is good. Now what to do is hit this button. Okay. I don't want to touch that, but I do follow the piping or the wiring harness, wiring down to here. It seems to go to this switch, which is off. Turn that bad boy on. Now, the handle's still recessed, but you can see there's a power switch here. Now the handle is no longer recessed. Isn't that handy? There's anything about it. Emergency rotational control cover. Didn't those instructions say to remove the cover? They did. And of course, everybody's favorite thing to do in VR is take a expensive component and just... That's a weird physics, but okay. Step 2. Let's see. Oh yeah. Step 1 was the switch down there. Step 2 was pulling that cover off. This wheel, turn wheel, is held into place with these safety clamps. We'll just... And then get position to do this. You can see the doors there. The windows are there. And yes, you do have to use both hands. You can see what's happening already. Oh yes, you can see that the panel doesn't clearly indicate direction of rotation. And we're in the next space. Come on in here and we'll first go and meet...
Now we're going to have to find a way into the underground complex. The information we're looking for should be there.
A mission update. We enter through the airlock, yes. We still need to access the underground complex because we're still at ground level. That monitor strangely appears to be wait, if I... That thing's following me, isn't it? I guess security already knows we're here. Great. Welcome to the facility, comrade. Your presence here represents a breach of evacuation protocol. Ah, we're not supposed to be here. The base is currently on lockdown. Please use your credentials to access the lower levels. That's going to be a problem because we don't have credentials yet. Or we have to find some somewhere. Okay. Oh, and sorry for the mess. These things are actually programmed to be player-friendly. If you merely scan the card while it's hanging out here, it'll still, if it has more cards, it'll still push that one out and give you the next one. New space. Let's explore. As is my pattern. Always a good thing when you're playing an adventure game. Airlock, yeah, we knew that. I think that's our extreme cold warning. Outdoor freezing hazard. Airlock ceiling button. You know, let's leave that open in case we need to get out of here in a hurry. Entry and exit logboard for this airlock. I'm trying to get... I know there's a way to get... I know there's a way to do this. Entries. Exits. So. Oh, you can't on those. Okay. But looks like this person exited. That person exited. That person entered. That person is in the in-between. And that person entered through that airlock. Let's see what this airlock. So these two people entered through this airlock, exited through that airlock. This person entered through that one, exited through that one. That person again is, and this person entered through both. Okay. You may think there's a puzzle here. There isn't, but this will make sense when you figure, when you see what happens later. Oh, another airlock. This button doesn't seem to work. This airlock looks blocked from outside, so we're not getting through that one. We have some wayfinding signs. I do like that these people are at least conscious of safety warnings, wayfinding. This looks like the same map we had outside, except I don't see the "You Are Here" dot, but we know that we are approximately... Oh, there it is. It's just not in color. This wayfinding sign looks a bit different. This one might be the base as a whole. That might be good to know where we stand. Looks like, again, we're on the 0 level. And we know that that's the icon for the warehouse. We came from there. That red dot is probably our "You Are Here" dot. That's the locker and dressing room where we are now. The main and elevator. Up top, that's a radar dish. I'm gonna Hunter guessed that is comms. I can get my pointer to point. Comms. Go down a level from here. We have two options. We got this camera looking icon. That's security. We probably don't want to go waltzing right into security. Except the base is supposed to be abandoned. We have engineering, power station. Okay, and a big mysterious something. Obviously an upper and a lower. Okay. Well, it's a strange station. We probably shouldn't be messing around with the power station. Okay, and a huge, down way further is this space. We have that strange symbol. The habitat, okay, living quarters. That looks like a planet botany. Biology? The terraforming lab, of course. There are terraforming supplies. So we're learning how to terraform here. And a nuclear symbol. The quantum lab. And a snowflake, which I believe on the crates were for ice mining supplies. Ice mine. Makes sense. And all these other icons I think we've seen before. But now we have the lay of the land. Let's go over here. Achievements of space technology in service of peace and progress. Is there probably more terraforming? Yep. Chemical container. Oh, a rack meant for hanging spacesuits. I didn't mean to click on the rack, but... So we have spacesuits. We have 2 spacesuits are here, so that means that 2 people are in the base and 3 are not? Oxygen tank for spacesuits. Very useful to have. Nitrogen tank for spacesuits. Well, it did say in the briefing room that at least our spacesuit is like 120 pounds. 110, 120 pounds. I wonder how that compares to real spacesuits. And I can't take it, but you can have fun, you know. All the added touches. But the spacesuit does seem to have a nameplate. So let's see if we can read the nameplate. Stas Volkov, Engineering. Engineering. And if we go over to our panel. Engineering, the bottom one. He's the one who is appeared to be in on both. So that, and his spacesuit's inside. That makes sense. We don't know whose spacesuit this is. Space One. Again, always number your equipment racks. That one's gone. That one's gone. This one's here. That looks like our terraforming person, if I had to guess by the icon. Irina Surova, biology. I knew it was biology somewhere. And it looks like she has some supplies right here. Some supply box is sealed, and she has oxygen tanks. So, and it was what wasn't she the one whose in the in-between? Yeah. So it makes sense that these two, the spacesuits are gone because they're gone. And one of them... so that means they're on base. So two of them left through that airlock. The one person left through this airlock. I don't know if that's important yet or not. There's an elevator. And I'm sure those lockers aren't crucial. I mean, there's the elevator. Elevator. Good to know. Level 0. Shows the elevator. The elevator is not on this floor. It's on 1. This way, a call button. Let's call the elevator. It's going down. Floor 0. That nice friendly chime. Though, shouldn't it chime twice if it's going down?
We need to find the security code to the elevator. Remember that you can use your scanner to store the information.
Elevator blocked. Use your credentials at the scanner below to reach to your assigned floor, comrade. I'm guessing since we haven't found any credentials yet, this is not going to work. Security key needed. Access denied. Oh, well, I guess we're going to be looking at people's lockers. You know, part of the invasion of privacy, but... Nitrogen tank for spacesuits. So the red tanks are nitrogen, the green tanks are oxygen. We do have a notice board. Notice boards are always good to look at. The first notice. Until further notice, comms room access is restricted to the radio officer only. So, no getting up to the comms room until we get a comms access. For security reasons, departures from the base are restricted until the evacuation has commenced. Makes sense. They want to know where people are before they start, you know, manning the escape pods. Another notice. Despite restrictive access to the top floor, you can send me your personal messages to the motherland, Olga. So Olga's your only way of communicating, and since our own headset, the microphone is damaged, as we found out when we first landed. Good way of also handling the cell phone problem. Explains why you can't just call somebody. Stas's outdoor maintenance to-do list. Check the antenna connection. Check both escape shuttles. Stas, I hope you did check those escape shuttles and the antenna connection. We don't know if that's actually been done or not. And some photographs. She loved the soil, and now the soil loves her. Farewell, comrade. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like a memorial to me. In memoriam, as if we didn't figure that out. Is that why her board is marked differently? Because she is no longer with us. She, he, I think it's a she. Looks like a she. Is no longer with them. Wonder what happened. Perhaps we'll find out. And now it's invasion of people's privacy time. Start with this locker. Nikolai Maturin. Security. Well, security looks like a good place to start. She didn't lock it. There's a document in there, but it looks to be pretty heavily redacted. Illegible upon passing through the security check. a nice way of saying redacted. Olga Krayeva, our communications officer. So she's got. She looks like she's storing her personal spacesuit tanks, even though she's gone for the moment. But she does have some refills and storage. Kids drawing. Olga. You can see like a satellite, the spaceship, perhaps her children. There's a family photo, it looks like. A family photo. Well spotted. Your family is proud of you. We love you. This is the kind of thing you would normally expect in lockers, you know. Personal mementos of home. A redacted document. So far, nothing strange here. Our quantum physicist. We got adorable cat photos. You gotta have those, right? A picture of a cat. A picture of a cat. A red king, and again, notice the red distortion on the display. You can take this. It's the king. I don't know what we would need a chess piece for yet, but remember that this is here in case we need it. We know where we can get it. Since you don't really have an inventory in this game, you can take things short distances. I haven't seen if it has a invisible fizzler if you go beyond a certain distance, but you can only carry things for a short while. Irina Surova, our biology person. Terraforming or biology game, make up your mind. We know that she is the one who died. Probably going to be an empty locker. Looks like people turned her locker into a memorial shrine. Nice touch. It's a plant from Earth. Candles. Irinia, I hope that your death will at least... Irinia, I hope that your death will at least serve so that we all can combat the red parasite that killed you. I love you, always. So she was killed by a red parasite. Sounds like maybe a tragic lab accident? A Volgravian berry plant goes with the biology theme. A Volgravian snowflower. A Volgravian berry plant. A snowy Volgravian landscape. So far we have one death. That might just be a tragic lab accident. Some more gases for your spacesuits, I see. So, this must be our engineering officer. Stas Volkov, engineering. We have that looks like a security badge, does it not? I'm sure that's not important. We'll just get any other stuff first. A picture of a dog, my loyal Mushka Volgravia. A cat person, a dog person. See, all these touches that make this feel like a real base. Code of conduct infringement detected. Please report to your loyalty supervisor. Are they both? 2 code of conduct infringements. They look like they might have been printed by that strange all-seeing eye computer we saw on the way in. Obviously, this guy has some code of discipline issues. Loyalty supervisor? That's a different way of saying human resources, or okay. Take this badge. That might help on the elevator. And as the game hinted at, we don't need the physical badge. Evidently, this is like a flipper. I can just scan this badge.
Excellent. This is a personnel security code. Now that it's loaded into memory, simply use the scanner to activate it.
So we have Stas's ID. Kind of thick. I wonder if that's got like either a... It's obviously got some electrical components. It's got power. I wonder if it's got like a radiation or a... Seems overly built for an ID badge, but I'm not an expert in Volgravian standards. But it's Stas's, so now we can impersonate the engineering officer to the security checkpoint. See, I closed your lockers for you in case you ever come back. You'll never know I rifled through them. But now that we have a security code, let's try this elevator again. See if the elevator is a little bit more receptive to us than now. That seemed to do the trick. We got a green light.
All right, Agent. Now locate the security area. The documents we're after should be there. Remain alert. There's no telling what we may find down there.
And as you might expect, since he's the engineer, the elevator's going to take us directly to the maintenance floor. Totally not a loading screen. Kind of clever. They can make this elevator ride as long as they need for the load. And we are moving, but it looked like it was right under us. How deep is this place? And these strange whispers in the elevator. Here we are. I'm sure nothing wrong is going to happen. I just had to jinx it, didn't I?
What was that? The power seems to have been cut, Agent.
And this seems like a perfect time to end the episode. We do... Okay, this seems to be damaged, or... That's not working. We're not going anywhere else, are we? We do have a mission update before we end the mission, though. Turn the power on. Find the power room. Restart the reactor. Access security. But... Again, this is like a perfect place to cut it. Until next time.